Women see kindness as weakness. What do I mean by that? Does that mean that you can never be kind? You have to be a complete jerk, dick, a-hole? No, not saying that at all. I'm just saying, when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to even cold approaching a woman, there's a time and place for everything. Put it that way, okay? Time and place for everything. There's a time to be kind, and then there's a time to not be so kind, right? Because at the end of the day, women will see your kindness as weakness, right? They will not see it as strength. They will not see it as chivalrous. They'll see it as weakness. Because if you look out in the world, if you don't believe me, if you look at most of the women dating out there, especially the attractive women, are they dating guys who are kind? No, right? They're dating guys who are unkind, guys who are dicks, jerks, a-holes. Now, does this mean that you have to become a dick, jerk, a-hole? No, I've always said this a million times. I'm not advocating for you to become this toxic, evil person. Instead, all I'm saying is, hey, if you have an opinion, stand your ground. If you have values, stand your ground. If you have certain morals that she doesn't agree with, stand your ground. If you have certain hobbies, likes, dislikes that you like versus, and they happen to be things that she doesn't like, stand your ground. Right? Because women see kindness as weakness, right? And at the end of the day, you have to let her know that this is who I am, this is who you got with, and this is who you're stuck with, right? And if you want to leave, there's the door. Simple as that. However, many of you, at least before you found my content, would not have done that, would you? Many of you would be like, no, girl, I'll change, girl. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you. I mean, you want money? Here's some money. What do you want me to do? Change my shirt? I'll change my shirt. What do you want me to do? Cut my hair? I'll cut my hair for you. Would you just tell me? I'll do it. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, many of you would have done those things in the past. I remember I was at a party once. There was this one dude, I think his name was, I can't remember. I shouldn't even mention his name. But there was this one dude, German dude, very, he was in our social circle. He was kind of funny, but he was always, I remember everyone in our social circle would always talk about how alpha he was. This is the most alpha guy I've ever met. He's so alpha. Matt, wait till you meet this guy. He's alpha. He'll teach you what being alpha is all about. So I was kind of excited. I wasn't hating on him. I wasn't like, oh, yeah, right. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. I want to meet this guy, right? Because I wanted, at that time, before I started my channel, I'm like, I want to start teaching more and stuff. So yeah, I would love to meet this guy. So first time I meet this guy, we're at a party. They had a house party. This guy was there, and his ex-wife, of all people, shows up at the party. Right? This guy kind of had like a little bit of a beard going on. Ex-wife shows up at the party, Mr. Alpha, and the ex-wife goes, I don't like the beard, because I guess he just grew it out because he liked it, right? She's like, I don't like the beard. And he was like, he was frozen. He goes into the bathroom and he uses a razor. He comes out probably like 5 minutes later, completely clean shaven. I tripped out because I didn't know if it was a joke or if it was serious, but it was serious. I never forgot that. Mr. Alpha, right? King of the alpha males over here, buckled at not even his wife, his ex-wife making a very simple comment. I don't like the beard. Goes in there, shaves it off, right? Completely just shaves it off for her, even though she's no longer with him, probably dating another dude or married some other dude. It was unbelievable. He still needed her validation. Right? Whereas the correct thing to do would have been to be like, oh, you don't like the beard? Tough cookies, right? My other 10 girlfriends seem to love it. Women just can't get enough of it. Oof, this beard, ooh, missing out. Oh, instead of rubbing it in her face, right? Because she has no right to make that comment. I mean, yeah, it's a free country, but who is she to say what looks good and what doesn't? Why do you care if I have a beard or not? And obviously, she still kind of did, right? I mean, just from basic, from a pickup artist lens, she still cared because she commented on it. It's like if any of your ex-girlfriends came along and said, I don't like the hair. I don't like your new haircut. Why is it any of business's verse? It's because she's still invested in you, right? And obviously this dude, Mr. King Alpha, still had attraction for his ex-wife. So, I mean, if he really wanted her back, he could have, but not doing that. No, shh. I'm going to shave it all off, girl, just for you. So, yeah, very, very, very sad situation. In any case, as I was saying, women see kindness as weakness. She sees it as vulnerability, okay? Vulnerability. And the thing about women and, and I'm just kind of using kindness loosely. I mean, really, when I say kindness, I'm talking about guys who are just nice guys, right? Guys who are just a little too nice for their own good. And it doesn't mean you can't be a good person. It's just, because these guys who are kind to women are really not kind across the board, right? I've noticed that. These guys who are like kind to women can be complete dicks to other people that they're not in a relationship with or not attracted to. And, including like dudes, right? I mean, they're just, it's intermittent kindness, right? I mean, it's like, it's only for chicks who, that they're attracted to. So yeah, I view that as fakeness, by the way. But yeah, women will always see that as weakness. Very, very much like I was just talking about our friend, Mr. Alpha of our group that shaved his beard off for his ex-wife and at this house party where he should have been having a good time. Should care less if she's even there. It's very, very disappointing. Needless to say. That's where I started coming up with these terms, fake alphas, man. It's like, dude, really? Really? And I see these guys in venues all the time, right? They look so tough. They come in all big and bad, trying to intimidate everybody, just trying to rock all over everyone. And then the second they're in set with a girl, we call it being in set with her, right? They talk to a girl. These guys fold like a house of cards. I mean, they cannot hold their frame. They turn into complete wimps. And it just never gets old, man. It just never gets old, right? It just never gets old. So, yeah, understand that. I mean, when women meet a guy who they view as a nice guy, who's just kind of like a kind, sweet guy, they just view that as weakness. All right? And this is why women just completely annihilate dudes like this. If they're out with their friends, whatever, and the guy's like trying to be a genuine gentleman, she'll completely annihilate him, right? Because she'll sense that blood in the water, like, ooh, I have to just destroy this guy. Why am I feeling like I need to destroy this guy? And you can't, right? Again, doesn't mean you need to be Mr. Jerk or anything like that. You just need to hold your ground. You need to stay grounded in your own energy, non-reactive, as I always talk about, and not be afraid to have a voice, not be afraid to say what you feel like saying, right? We call it acting through your own intentions. You guys who are in my mastery pickup program, that's what we call it, acting through your own intentions. And I've had a number of students where we've gone out and they've tried something on a girl and she was totally just offended by what he did. And I would say to the student, tell me exactly what you said. Tell me exactly what you did. And he'd tell me, and then I go and do the exact same thing to her. Only she'd find it funny, like, ha ha ha, oh my God, you're so funny. It's like, I just said the same exact thing and I got away with it. How come you didn't get away with it? Why? Because she sensed that weakness in you. She sensed that vulnerability. She sensed that blood in the water, and she ate you alive and, blew you out of set, as we call it. Right? So we call it acting through your own intentions. And when it comes to women, you must constantly act through your own intentions, right? Which means you're not living for her opinions. You're not living in her reality. You're not living, letting yourself get sucked into her frame. Instead, you're living in your reality. Okay, you are in control of your frame. And you have such a strong frame and such a strong reality that you suck her into it. And that's how attraction gets built, especially with the hottest women, because they're not used to getting sucked into a guy's frame, a guy's reality. They're used to a lot of simps, a lot of wimps, a lot of betas coming up to them and just feeding them, endless comments and validation and, ego inflation to where she feels like, okay, he's stuck in my reality. And if you're stuck, and if the guy is stuck in her reality, she can't feel like a woman. She can't. She has to feel like a man. And women don't want to feel like a man. That's why I say they will eat you alive the second that she has to take on the role of a man. Okay? And this is why I say when it comes to kindness and, things like that, just being a nice guy, I mean, there's a time and place for everything. When she deserves it, when she has earned it, then you can show some kindness as a reward to show her, like, this is the type of behavior I reward, girl. I don't reward this bad behavior where you're trying to shout me down, where you're disrespecting me. That doesn't get rewarded. Instead, that gets my back, right? I'm going to turn my back to you. That gets a silent treatment. Until you're ready to act right, you're not going to get anything good from me, right? You're not going to get anything positive from me. I'm just going to give you negative energy like you're giving me, right? You have to let them know, like, hey, these are my boundaries. Do not cross them, girl. Understand? Good. As always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below. And I'll see you there in my comments.
So until next time, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets, signing out from my garage, here with my DeLorean. No bookshelves yet, guys. No bookshelves. But I'm going to sign out here. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Obviously, helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. I need your help to help me promote this stuff by subscribing to my channel. Okay, it's free, doesn't cost anything. Hit that subscribe button, baby. Do it. Do it now, son. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content specifically for men even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube, and that is to protect my content from YouTube in the event they shut us down one day, which they might, right? But if you're one of my premium subscribers on my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, you will always have access to all of my premium Alpha Male Secrets content. And right now, it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male content from me. So take advantage of it, okay? Take advantage of it. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.